Hey, out there in YouTube land. I am currently in my oldest room because it was the only quiet spot in the house, so that I can do a video. I haven't done a video like this in a while, um, for a couple of reasons. But uh, today I got something super exciting in the mail. For the brewery, I ordered a new Blichmann Engineering Pro Malt Mill, and there's not a ton that I've seen out there on the YouTubes about it. So I thought I'd kind of show you how it comes in the box, and if things work out right, we'll show you how we put it together. So let's see what came in the boxes and take a look at this new mill. All right, so first thing I got to say right off the bat, I already know there's one part to this missing. It was shipped without the hopper because the hoppers are back ordered. So I asked them to just ship what they had. I'll put together a little temporary hopper till the hopper comes. So this is everything except the hopper. But it comes with, oh, thank you, a glorious tool deliverer. um, um, so it came in 3 boxes. I don't know if it would normally be 3 or how it would come with if everything was shipping normal. But super exciting to me. This is the first time I've ever gotten a package delivered in a wooden box. I've never needed a screwdriver to open a UPS package before, so that's exciting. So we'll get these things open and see what's in there. All right, so this looks like the actual milling portion of it. It's the motor, the rollers. This, I assume, is the little chute to go underneath it. That's just solid foam. Let's lift that stuff out. All right, so we got the mill portion out. Thing was heavy. It's interesting. The rollers here, I'm so used to, the only mill I've ever really used before this is a barley crusher, which is pretty heavily knurled. And these just are barely textured. It'll be interesting that'll be fun to see how that works. Okay, so here is the contents all unloaded. And again, just a reminder, this is minus the hopper, because I knew the hopper wasn't coming, because it's backward. But here's everything else. So there's the mill and motor assembly itself, the casters for the bottom, that plate, or that box for on the bottom that kind of helps hold everything, or not box, board, kind of holds everything together. There's the little board for the top that the mill will mount to. The 4 legs and some various trim pieces that go around it, and a little fabric chute for underneath, and a hello, you can see me now, super mirror polished on one side, bent over piece of metal that I haven't figured out what that's for yet. A few mounting bolts and such. Amusingly, and I'm kind of okay with this because I probably wouldn't have looked at them yet anyway, no assembly instructions. No instruction book, no. I guess they assume that whoever's ordering it is mechanically inclined and can just figure it out. So let's hope we can, and let's find out. All right, so here it is all assembled. It was a pretty easy assembly. Just a couple of notes that I found that to hopefully help you out. One, I think it was interesting that there were no assembly instructions. I don't know, maybe they're on their website or something, but nothing came in the boxes. It was counterintuitive to me that this went on top of these brackets instead of underneath. It seemed like sitting underneath would help protect this from getting all ripped up and chewed up over time. Let's see, mounting it all on was fine. It all just assembles with these bolts. The rounded heads are super nice and smooth. You're not going to catch anything on it. One downside to that is it did make it hard to get them especially tight. I kind of would have liked to have seen split washers or lock washers on the back instead of regular round washers, so they would tighten up a little nicer. It'll be interesting to see if with the vibration of the mill, if that eventually, if those eventually come loose. And the only other struggle that I had was on these casters. This nut right here, I realize it's not wanting to focus, but that nut right there is what you need to be able to hold on to tighten down these nylock washers. But this bottom nut here is thinner than any of my wrenches, so I couldn't get a wrench in there to hold it in order to twist down this lock washer or lock nut, sorry. So that was a little bit tricky. Would need, I don't know, maybe my wrenches are all just abnormally thick, but none of mine fit in there. So otherwise super easy. Straightforward assembly, pretty easy to do. It runs, here's the part I'm super excited for. It runs nice and quiet, which is exciting. That'll be good. My brewery is a mighty small space, so any noises get amplified by the echoes. So there it is, assembled, put together. Again, minus the hopper, and those boxes down there will become my temporary hopper here shortly. Ready to give it a try on my next brew day. You know, I do got to say, I just got to throw this out here too. I'm super excited to finally get to have some Blichmann gear that's new to me. You know, I've been homebrewing for more than a decade, about 14 years, I think. And so Blichmann has been around that whole time, and Blichmann has been a sponsor of the Brew Strong podcast, which is where I learned a ton about brewing and the science behind brewing, and and so I really owe a lot to that. So I'm excited to be able to not only get some high quality gear now for the brewery, but also to be able to support Blichmann, who supported that podcast. That was really a huge part of me learning how to brew in the first place. So look into Blichmann, check out their stuff. There's no paid sponsorship here. Believe me, I paid plenty for it. But it's good quality stuff, and they do a lot of good things for the homebrew communities. So, enjoy. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll answer what I can. But that's the Blichmann Pro Mill. If you're wondering, this is the small caster set. So this is the set for filling smaller buckets, which is what I use for milling grain into. Awesome. All right. Enjoy. Cheers. Catch you next time.